Welcome everyone to season 2, episode 6 of What We Watch, where week in and week out we dive into a movie and break it down from start to finish. Bienvenidos sean todos, bienvenidos sean todos. ¿Qué chingados dice aquí? Bienvenidos sean todos a un nuevo episodio de la temporada número 2, episodio número 6 de What We Watch, donde semana a semana desmenuzamos la película por la cual vamos a estar platicando en inglés, en español y en todo lo que se nos pueda entender. Esta semana estaremos hablando de Lord of War, que viene siendo el significado de el rey de las guerras, o el... Sí, pues por ahí va. Básicamente, bueno, no, pues no, todavía no. Pero pues sí, básicamente la película se trata de un güey que vende armas a naciones que están en conflicto de guerra. Y podemos ver la hipocresía de ciertos... Ay, ¿cómo les puedo explicar para ponérselo bonito?
¿Gobiernos?
De ciertos gobiernos, güey, que lideran a países y que básicamente nos damos cuenta que no todo lo que sea positivo para un país es lo que quieren nuestros líderes. In other words, we get to see government's hypocrisy at its finest. From head of command to basic dealers or people who make the deals with arms salesmen, I guess you would
Arms
say.
dealers.
Arms dealers. But, and, well, we're going to get into it. But before we continue, And in order for me to dissect this film properly, let's welcome my co-host and the co-host of the show, Lorenzo. How are you, man?
I'm doing pretty good, guys. Thank you very much once again for having me. I'm glad to be back. Very excited for this movie. Um, just super stoked, man. Another freaking movie. I actually enjoyed their soundtrack. Their soundtrack. A lot of their songs are real good songs. Um, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
Hold up, let me just pull out my phone real quick so I can be watching the comments too.
There we go.
We watched Lord of War. Hey Autumn, hey Marky Mark.
Hey, what it do, Mark and Otto?
How's it going, guys? How's it going? We watched Lord of War. Guys, I know I haven't been posting the movies on Discord. I promise, guys, it's my fucking schedule. So I'm working 11 to 8 for the next 3 weeks still. Like, for the past 5 weeks, I've been working 11 to 8. I fucking hate it. Like, it doesn't let me, like, I feel tired all the fucking time. Like, it doesn't let me do anything in the morning. It doesn't let me do anything at night. Like, by the time I try to do something at night, I need to fall asleep in order for me to wake up in time. So 11 to, I do not suggest anybody work an 11 to 8 job. Like, anything that's 10 to 7, 11 to 8, 12 to 9.
I love that schedule though.
Fuck no way. I can't do shit with.
I feel like that's the perfect schedule because you don't go into work too early in the morning, and you don't get out too late either. I mean, it's true for like adult stuff, for like paying, making payments, all of this stuff. But that's why you get all of that automated online.
It's not even that. Okay, so my schedule is 2 to 11.
Yeah.
Like 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. I would get out. I would come do whatever I had to do like at 12, or I would put in the movie at 12, and I would stay watching it maybe once, twice, and I would go to sleep at 4. I would have enough time to wake up at around 11, 12 noon, and I still had 2 hours to spare with. Right now, for example, we get out right now at 8. We start at 9. Por el show dura, vamos a decir 2 horas, güey. 3 horas a lo mucho.
Yeah.
Okay? That's already like 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I have to be at work by 10 or 11. Fuck, what time do I work?
Okay, let's know.
At 11. Yeah, at 11.
Yeah.
So then let's say like I try to do, like, let's say I want to play games or whatever. Like, I have to make sure that I finish by 2 a.m. so I can kind of get some sleep, because by the time I fucking shower, I eat, then I lay down, it's already fucking 4 o'clock. Ya nada más me quedan como 4 horas, güey, 5 horas para dormir.
Yeah.
No es que duerma las 4 o 5 horas, but like by the time I lay down and then I put Big Bang Theory, and then I watch 2, 3 episodes, like, or listen to them by the time I fall asleep.
Yeah.
And ya se me fue, güey, ya valió.
I get that 100%.
Marky Mark, yes, another Nick Cage movie, but it's not the one from last season. I'll just put it that much. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
So like Marky Mark said, part of the cast is Nicolas Cage as Yuri Orlov, Ethan Hawke as Interpol agent Jack Valentine. That's who he was. Wait,
Who?
Ethan Hawke is the agent.
The Interpol agent. Yeah.
Yeah. Tengo un 9 to 5 job, pero me harta. You see, pero como quiera tienes tiempo para hacer cosas, güey. Like, sales a las 9, ponle, te bañas, te cambias, and it's still 7. Tienes de las 7 a las 10, 7 a las 11, güey, para hacer algo al next day. Like, ponle, te duermes a las 12, güey, puedes levantarte a las 8, güey, dormiste las 8 horas y te puedes ir al tu jale, güey. Tienes 1 hora para irte a tu jale.
True.
Yeah, he looks so young in this movie, though. Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke. Yeah.
He looks very young. Like, I knew, like, I saw him and I'm like, I know who this is. I just couldn't put his picture in.
I mean, granted, it's almost 20 years ago.
Nicolas Cage looks the fucking same.
Well, Nicolas Cage is some form of freaking alien.
Then we have Jared Leto, which I fucking adore. I fucking love Jared Leto. Like, say what you want about Morbius, Jared Leto was the best part of Morbius. Say whatever you want about the Joker in Suicide Squad. Jared Leto was still Jared Leto. Like, he had nothing to do with costume design and the way they wrote that character.
Oh, Jesus.
Bridget Moynihan. Moynahan. Moynahan.
Bueno,
Moynahan
ese muchacho.
as Ava Fontaine. Eamon Walker as Andre Baptiste Sr., largely based on former president of Liberia, Charles Taylor.
Okay.
Sammy Rudderby as Andre Baptiste Jr., largely based on Charles Taylor's son Chucky. Ian Holm as Simon Simone Wise, mostly based on Sarkis Soganalian. Soghanalian. Soganalian. Well, anyways, Eugene Lazarev as General Dmitry Volkov. Obvious question is favorite character, least favorite character of the movie. I am not gonna take to effect his performance in Face Off. Just FYI.
Okay.
Because my least favorite character would have been Nicolas Cage just because of the stupid ass movie he did called Face Off. But based on this movie itself, who's your favorite character and who's your least favorite character? Unless you want me to go first, I'll go first.
Well, geez. So this one's actually a little bit hard.
That's what she said.
I guess I would have to go with Nick, with Yuri Orlov as my favorite character.
Oh, as your favorite character?
Yeah, as my favorite character. Just because of development throughout the film.
Gotcha.
And least, I'm not gonna lie. I want to say Jared Leto, man.
Your least favorite character is Jared Leto? Your least favorite character is Jared Leto?
Yeah.
Your least favorite character is Jared Leto. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Well, it was either him or Andre Baptiste Jr. Like it was between both of them. And the only reason being is just the way Vitaly grew throughout the like he had too much of a conscience.
Who?
Vitaly. Like he was too pacifist for me. Like
So
I have to give him the
yeah.
I gotta be hard on him.
So actually, my favorite character for that same reason, way,
Mm-hmm.
not because he was much of a pacifist, but because he understood that he wasn't gonna be shit in life, is Jared Leto. Because of the ending of his story arc. Like you get me?
That's why he was your favorite?
That's why he was my favorite character. Like, cause he realized at a time where he didn't need to realize, cause he was barely switching his life around. It doesn't matter what I'm gonna do going home. I'm gonna fuck up what I have. Like I'm never gonna learn. I'm never gonna be able to be like not even like my brother, but I'm never gonna be a better person than what I am right now.
Yeah.
I already spoiled the ending of the fucking movie, FYI. but because of that way, like he became my favorite character. But I'm not hating on Nicolas Cage's character. And my least favorite character was the son.
Andre Baptiste Jr.
Yeah. No, it won't. Yeah, it would be Ava.
Ava?
Yeah.
For going back on how she felt about things?
No, not really. It's just you said you were ready to die. Like it's not that she went back. It's just if you weren't okay at the beginning, like you should have said it from the beginning. Because it always seemed like she doubted, like if she wanted to be there.
Yeah.
So, yo, Grims.
No, Grims.
So if you doubt yourself, if you want to be their way, like just get out of there, And I think that's what bugged me. It didn't bug me.
Oh, you're talking about when she was trying to make it work.
Yeah.
When she was trying to make it work with you. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, because because there's this scene, right, where we're going to kind of skip already, but There's a scene where Jared Leto le pregunta a Nicolas Cage, like, does she
She
know?
know.
Does she know? Then Nicolas Cage is like, it's because that's not who we are. Like, she doesn't need to know. And you know that it's not that she doesn't need to know, it's just that she's doubting whether she wants to know or not. And that doubt right there, you're like, girl, like, get the fuck out of there. Like, if you're already doubting, pero te gusta la mala vida, güey. Porque te gusta la ropita, te gusta todo lo bueno y por eso no te vas.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies, Instagrams. Oh, we're gonna
This is
see.
a freaking badass movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Anything about the movie anything bad about the movie, from the first time that you watched it to this time that you could have remembered from back then, not from right now though.
No, actually, I'm not gonna lie. I think I liked it as much, if not less. Like now I enjoy it more. Just because I'm an adult now, and I understand a little bit more of the politics and worldwide. I understand how these things work. I guess back then I just thought it was badass because, you're selling guns, um, you're rubbing shoulders with uh, big boys in the big boy world, and now it's just wow. I see it's a lot deeper than what I thought it was when I
Yeah.
was younger.
Guys, let us know who's your favorite character and least favorite character, or if you have several least favorite characters. One thing that the first time that I saw it, I didn't understand, and now I even doubt that he should have been in the movie is Ethan Hawke.
Are you talking about like his character
Yeah,
or
his character, or him as that character.
oh, so
Not because
you would have preferred someone else to
somebody maybe less important or less known. Well, I don't know how known he was back then.
Ethan Hawke was
But,
pretty
but
well
okay,
known by
well, anyways, but that character by
2005.
itself, way I felt like it could have been like maybe more well written or maybe less of a bitch. Like, because even at that, the one that gives him more color is Nicolas Cage with that line that he says, he's one of the few law enforcement or cops that, even though he knows I'm breaking or I'm breaking the law, he won't break the law to catch me. And that gave him better colorway than what Ethan Hawke or than what the character was getting on its own.
Gotcha.
Like, ¿sí me entiendes?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't. I
Um,
I didn't care for him then when I first saw the movie.
and Grimm's fun fact about Andre Bautiste, he was loosely based on a famous warlord and ex-leader of Liberia, Charles Taylor. I don't know if you had heard that from Quick earlier.
What's up, Smiley?
What it do?
Um.
Oh, another fun fact.
Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
So, this Yuri Orlov, um,
Nicolas Cage character.
Nicolas Cage's character, he was actually loosely based on international dealer Victor Bout, which is actually the guy we just traded,
We.
or huh?
We.
Well, as in the United States, traded prisoners with ¿cómo se llamaba esta muchacha?
With the WNBA
The
player.
WNBA player. What's her name? I know her name.
I don't know her name.
Brittany Griner. So they just released Victor Bout from prison during the prisoner swap for a WNBA star, Brittany Griner, in this month of this year. So if we would have just, I was just telling Quick, if we would have done this movie just 1 week or 2 weeks before, we would have not had that freaking fun fact.
But that's kind of fucking odd that it fell in place.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
that kind of fucking.
I mean, now I'm actually wondering, like, oh shit, is this gonna like give Russia an advantage, knowing that Victor Bout has a lot of connections on arms dealing, and well, Russia being Russia at the moment.
I doubt it.
But yeah, I wouldn't want to get into a political conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Um,
doubt it, Grims. I wouldn't doubt it.
he planted in.
The
No
GPS
joke.
on
Um,
him.
anything else about this movie, guys? Before we start with the whole plot and everything else that happened during the movie. Again, we'll do a play-by-play of the movie. We'll jump around between ideas and anything else that we can come up with the time being about the movie. Um, but if not, here we go. Oh, wait, time out. That opening scene though of the bullet,
Mhm.
like that is something that's gonna be stuck in the fucking. Like if you're a kid, a 13, 14-year-old watching the movie, and then you see the bullet go through the skull of a little kid way,
Mhm.
like that is fucking whack as fuck. Like I remember seeing that. Like I'm like, oh cool, it's like a bullet, how they make it, this and that. Y luego veo que la meten a la pistola. I'm like, no, they're not. And I'm like, okay, pues le van a disparar a un adulto. Nada, güey, es un
Un
huerquito.
huerquito. Mhm.
I
Another
honest,
fun fact: because it was done in 2005, just just a couple years shy of the 9/11 attacks, no U.S. studio would back this movie, so they had to get international finances. Uh, were secured instead.
you have more fun facts?
Huh? Yeah, I
Yeah.
have a few.
Aviéntatela,
I
aviéntatela,
actually
empezar.
have a few. Before shooting the scene where the tanks are lined up for sale, the filmmakers actually had to warn NATO lest they thought it was a war being started when they saw satellite images of set, because things were so tense back then. Let's see. Yuri Orlov is a composite of five arms dealers, one of them being Victor Bout. Este, according to the writer and director Andrew Niccol, the filmmakers worked with actual gun runners in making this movie. The tanks lined up for sale were real and belonged to a Czech arms dealer who had to have them back to sell to another country, and they used a real stockpile of over 3,000 AK-47s because it was cheaper than getting prop guns. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Lisa Grimm's, honestly, he says that this is the best movie intro ever.
Uh, I don't know about the best, but I will say one of them.
I'm
One
trying
of
to
them.
think of the top of my head of badass intro to a movie.
Mm,
I'm trying to think of one.
well, there's a few, but I don't want to give any spoilers because a few of those are on our
Hello, hello. Okay.
will be coming on later on during the season. But
But intros,
yeah,
you can think of one from right here.
Goodfellas, right there,
I
right at
haven't
the
seen
top.
it.
Yeah, I know you haven't seen it. But like that one right there, like that's one of the greatest intros. Um,
I'm trying to think of a fucking badass intro and I can't think of one on the top of my head.
but this one is up there. I would say
What was the Goodfellas intro?
um, uh, you got Ray Liotta's character come out. Ever since I remember, I've always wanted to be a gangster, and then it just goes into the opening scene of yeah, just that. It just goes on. It goes on, and it's I mean, I get it, Grimps. I get it. I get it. But I mean, to each their own. But yeah, I do enjoy that.
Dude, I can't believe I can't think of a badass intro.
Hmm.
No way. Uh, oh, but I don't think it's the intro. I don't think it's the intro, but if it's the intro, the Nightcrawler intro for X-Men 2.
Hmm.
But I don't know if that's with credits already in front of it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's with the credits in or. But either way, it was badass. Hmm.
Yeah, no, it's not the intro. No, because primero sale hablando este güey, Charles Xavier. Yeah, it's not the intro. Damn, I can't think of a badass intro. Güey. I can't
Yeah,
think of
no,
I can't think of a
like when
badass.
you get put on the spot, it's like your mind goes blank.
Oh, I can't think of one.
No.
No, I can't think of one. If anybody else knows of a badass intro that you think is better or at par with Lord of War, Lorenzo already said Goodfellas.
That
I
was a good
can't think
one.
of one. I'm trying to think of. No way, I can't. Nah, I'm done. I tap out.
Yeah, and on top of your head, yeah.
So the movie begins with Yuri Orlov standing in a sea of spent shell casings. Casings. The rest of the movie is told in flashbacks, starting in 1982 and ending in the completion of the opening scene. That's also a badass thing about the movie.
Oh, what?
Like it starts at the end.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
A lot of the guns shown in the movie were real. Yeah. Well, the AK-47, como dijo este güey, from the ones that are in the stockpiles and shit, they're real guns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that scene where the kid gets shot. Like that's some powerful fucking messages, right?
Mm-hmm. That's all I'm telling you. Like, no fucking U.S. studio wanted to back this up. No one. I think that was actually. Oh, you know what was a good entrance to a movie?
What's wrong?
Face Off.
What was the intro for Face Off?
Oh wait, no, not Face Off. I'm sorry. Um, damn it. No, what was it? I'm trying to think of your favorite movie. The other Nick Cage movie.
Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. You Face Off.
Was it Face Off? No, but Face Off is the one with uh, Travolta.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What other fucking Nicolas Cage movie? Yeah, that is still the problem in Africa. Like I think last time I heard, like there was some African countries that were at war like over 100 years or over 200 years.
Mm-hmm.
You think, or like close to 100 years, we.
Yeah.
That's some wacky ass shit, we.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So a lot of people don't understand, like the privilege that we have living here in the U.S.
this is gonna be a little bit. Ah, güey. Okay. Yo no sé por qué la gente piensa que es mejor que otra gente, güey. Solamente porque nació en otro lado. Si la única diferencia es que estás naciendo en otra maceta.
Yep.
Like that's like conscientemente, güey, no puedo entender cómo tú puedes decir yo soy mejor persona que alguien más solamente por privilegios que tienes por nacer en otra maceta, güey. Eres la misma puta planta, solamente que a ti sí te regaron puñetas y a ellos no los pueden regar.
Yep.
So, he dicho caso cerrado. No quiero hablar del tema porque...
Caso cerrado.
Sí, no quiero hablar del tema, güey, porque si me voy a ir en un pinche viaje y va a valer verga la película.
Pero señorita Laura.
Pero soy guapo. Ya, güey, no lo entiendo. No lo entiendo ni por el test de piel, güey. No lo entiendo. No lo puedo entender, güey.
Está cabrón.
Algo que sí me gustó mucho de esta movie, güey, es al principio. Cuando empieza a explicar, like, how he got to the United States.
All about them going.
Yeah, from the Soviet Ukraine, and like how his dad is more Jewish than Jewish people are.
Hey, you gotta play the part, bro.
No, güey, pero like, no creo. I don't think his dad was playing the part anymore. Like, I think he really like.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Well, I love the hat. What did you say? The significance of the hat, to remind us that we always have someone above.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, I like that.
yeah.
That's why I brought my hat today.
Sí, ándale. His family owns a restaurant which Yuri sees as providing a necessity as people have to eat. After Yuri sees a Ukrainian mafia boss kill. Oh no, me gustó también donde he's like, I don't eat shellfish or shells or something like that.
Yeah, shellfish.
Like, you're not Jewish.
But that would definitely piss off a fucking Catholic. Estás mamón, culero.
Yeah, like, me dio chingo de risa, güey. Like, it just reminded me, like, of a mom telling you, like, oh, es que ya, like, ponle, ya no como carne roja. ¿Cómo no vas a comer carne roja, pendejo? Like, ¿sí me entiendes? Ay, se me hizo bien chistoso, güey. Like,
I'm not gonna
this,
lie. I tried it when I was studying the Quran. Um, I I tried changing my diet with eating no pork, anything with cloven foot. But I was like, I'm giving away too much, bro. I'm giving away chorizo. I'm giving away bacon. I'm giving away tamales, tortillas with actual manteca made. Um, I was like, no, 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 no. I was like, this is too much. I can't do it. And I was just like, you know what? Mejor sin religión, así estoy bien. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're great teachings, but yeah, no, it's too strict. It's
yeah,
too
no,
strict for me.
soy agnóstico, vamos a dejarlo ahí, güey.
Vamos a chingar su madre.
Pero sí se me hizo muy chistoso, güey. También like, a great way of seeing, like, also how they introduce the reason why, like, he does what he does, güey, is as a necessity for people. Because the reason why they went into the business of a restaurant, because people need it.
Oh yeah,
So
I get what you're talking about.
so whenever he goes, que matan al vato de la mafia, o al mafioso, vaya, and he sees like, oh, this is a necessity also. People are gonna need this. Like, and out of that, he understands what he wants to do. But it's based off of the same thing or the same reason why his family has a restaurant.
Right.
So after we get this little intro about it, somewhat relatable to what he did, not in any way the same extent, but yeah. To who? To Lorenzo? To me? Or to Yuri? Right? That's his name, Yuri?
Yuri.
Yuri. That way.
I'm somewhat
Oh,
relatable to what he did. Not in a way the same, but yeah.
the first gun that he sells is an Uzi, right?
Yeah, they was that he gets from the first what did
From
he
the
call it?
Jewish
Yeah,
person, right?
yeah, but I don't remember what they had called it. Their practice.
I don't know what it was
Déjalo
called,
mal.
man. So he partners up with his brother Vitali. Before beginning his career, he approaches Simone Wise. Yes, es el viejo. Oh, they go to the arms dealer shit, no?
Yeah.
How? But usually it's arms dealers to government or between governments, something like that. So Simon Wise or Simon Wees or Simon Wise,
Why?
um, basically tells them that they're not in the same league. Like, yeah, le dice, like, es un airplane, güey.
Sí. Dije, ay, güey, pues mi casa es la que está por el aeropuerto, la tuya no. ¿Qué pedo, güey? Ya me siguieron los pinches.
So básicamente le dice, like, he's not in his league. Like, he doesn't understand where. And here we get something very important. Like, donde le dice, like, you pick sides.
Yeah.
Like, y el güey le dice, like, I don't, like, he's like, no, no,
I
you
think I
don't.
just sell guns.
Yeah, like, no, you don't. You sold guns to rebels, and he like
To
didn't.
Iran and the Iraq War.
Yeah, what made you think that I didn't want both to lose? And that right there te empieza a sembrar cositas de la película, güey.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, estos güeyes, hay algo más atrás de nada más vender armas.
Yeah.
Like, hay un propósito que este güey no estaba mirando. Este güey nada más vendía para agarrar dinero. Y estos güeyes no. Estos güeyes están vendiendo para adquirir poder o contactos.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ¿cómo te puedo ayudar yo y cómo me puedes ayudar tú para chingar a alguien que tenemos en común? O cómo te puedo chingar yo a ti y cómo yo lo puedo chingar a ellos porque son los dos son mis enemigos. And that is something very to the ground level way. That is something that you could put into any movie and it'll work.
True.
Like
Very
at the
true.
ground level, not dealing with arms, but at the ground level, you can put a plot of, okay, I'm gonna become friends of my enemy until I don't need them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Or how can I do to get rid of two of my enemies? Like that basic concept
Mm-hmm.
is relatable to anything that you can possibly think of in any fucking movie, except Face Off. But I'm not gonna talk about it. Getting flashbacks here, guys.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, Weiss turns him down, dismissing Yuri's as an amateur. Yuri gets his first break selling M16s after the 1982 Lebanon War and becomes an equal opportunity merchant of death. Damn, that's a badass name.
Mm-hmm.
Merchant of Death.
That's actually what was his name's
El guy que liberaron?
yeah, Victor Bout. Yeah, Victor Bout's nickname.
Real nickname.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, you see, I didn't catch that at the first time I watched it. I didn't catch that it was based on true events.
Well, it's not based on true events. It's loosely
Based
based around 5 different arms dealers. But yes, this is somewhat
It's
of
because
what
the
goes
movie
down.
says based on some true events. Or on, yeah, the movie says it, way.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it says this movie was based on some true events, I think.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Merchant of Death is Victor Bout's nickname. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the first time that I watched it, I just thought it was good character building.
Now you
Honestly.
see why.
Yeah. He had legit business.
Yeah, he did. He was a big boy. A big boy in the arms dealers. He used multiple companies to smuggle arms from Eastern Europe to Africa and the Middle East during the 1990s and the early 2000s.
Okay. Well, let me. A ver, pues déjame preguntarles de ustedes, güey. Sí, pues sí, ya estamos en esto. So, ¿de dónde era?
Victor?
Yeah. No, güey, Nicholas.
He was Russian. Born in Dushanbe, Tajikistan.
¿Y por qué lo teníamos nosotros?
Because we
Sí, güey, yo sé que Nicholas es el actor.
the U.S. arrested him. I think.
¿Qué nos hizo a nosotros, güey?
Well, he was breaking every freaking arms arms dealing fucking rule there ever is. He was just he was doing some real bad stuff.
Ya, güey, se escucha bien rico cuando me chupo los dedos, güey.
Sí, ya sé, espérate, güey. No, but yeah, he was a real big weapons dealer.
So, did he ever live in the United States?
I don't know about living.
Think they caught him on fraud here. Music rooms.
Do you think he caught him on what?
Doing fraud here, like in the United States.
On fraud?
Mm.
Let me look it up real quick.
Porque yo entiendo que los Estados Unidos son como las suegras, güey. Se meten en todo lo que no les debe de importar. Pero,
Bout was arrested in 2008 in Thailand on terrorism charges by the Royal Thai Police in cooperation with American authorities and Interpol. Um, the U.S. ambassador, Thailand Eric G. John, requested his extradition to the U.S., which was eventually mandated by the Thai High Court in 2010. Bout was accused of intending to sell arms to the U.S. DEA, informer pretending to represent the FARC, which was the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, for use against American forces in Colombia. But Bao denied charges and predicted an acquittal. And then 2011, Bao was convicted by a jury at a federal court in Manhattan of conspiracy to kill American citizens and officials, delivery of anti-aircraft missiles, and providing aid to terrorist organizations. He was sentenced to the minimum of 25 years imprisonment because of the crime was due to the sting operation from 2012 to 2022. Bout was held at the U.S. Penitentiary in Marion before being released as a prisoner exchange for American basketball player Brittany Griner.
andar mal es un pinche beso en el cachete, güey.
Yeah.
Este güey no andaba mal. Este güey era el mal, güey. Damn. So, let me ask you this question, guys. Ya que estamos en este... Ya estamos bien metidos en esto. ¿Tú crees que lo pescaron o tú crees que lo capturaron, güey, porque ya no le servía a Estados Unidos?
You're talking about like a fall guy?
Yeah. Maybe not like a fall guy, but at that time, like, let's say, like, hey, wait, you know what? Like, we know what you do, and it's time for you to cut it. Like, maybe there was somebody else.
I don't think it was that much. Yeah, this is true. It was almost the exact same thing they did with ¿cómo se llama? With Fast and Furious, or what was it?
Fast and Furious, the movie?
No. The arms dealer with I want to say it was Panama. The U.S. actually providing guns to Panama for a war. It was a big old conspiracy that ended up being true. And that's what they called it. Like, that was the code name for it, Fast and Furious, I think, if I'm not mistaken. That's why when they came out with the movie, I was like, are you trying to do it based off of that? But then
It was a car.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know this. This is a good history lesson, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, but
Para lo que ponemos atención. Pero dime quién era el cuarto presidente de los Estados Unidos. Hasta su madre.
So basically, what Yuri did, for all of those that didn't understand, he sold guns equally to any side.
Yeah.
Right? Al mejor postor.
Yeah, well.
But the U.S. wasn't involved. Okay.
Yeah. No, right?
As he grows, Yuri, through voiceovers, tells the first incident of the with Jack Valentine, Ethan Hawke, an Interpol agent who cannot be bought with money. Oh, hold up. Their first encounter is when Yuri is on the ship Crystal smuggling a shipment of weapons. When he learns that Valentine is after him, he changes the boat's name to Konom. Now, before we continue, guys, I have an issue with this part.
What issue do you have with this?
And it has a lot more to do with the directorial side of this.
Okay.
Because we see Nicolas Cage telling the guy to change the name of the boat. Right? He tells him, go over. Like, change the name of the boat, right? He's on his phone. Voltea, güey. Usa los binoculars y ve que viene alguien. No van a estar viendo que el güey le cambió el nombre, güey, al barco.
Es que este güey anda viendo hacia enfrente del barco.
No. No puedes, güey.
Sí, güey.
No, porque está todo lo del medio del barco, Lorenzo. Like,
sí,
remember.
Pero pues han de venir así como
Sideways.
Sí, sideways, güey. Pues no tienen
No, because
carreteras
we
donde
no
van
no
a
no
venir
because we
derechitos.
see when the boat is coming,
Yeah.
and then we see the little small boat también, and it looks like the opposite side of the boatway, pero Nicolas Cage no se mueve, güey. Like Nicolas Cage literally tells the guy que se brinca para el otro lado y hace esto.
Yeah, he picks him up real quick.
Yeah. So, si viene por un lado, güey, te volteas. Like, ¿sí me entiendes? O, like, este güey, like, literally nos hace entender, güey, que él hizo así y vio para la
los vio,
opposite side a la verga. That's something that caught my eye.
And Kono, the name which the ship has changed, is a diamond-rich area of Sierra Leone. One of the places where
Blood diamonds are made.
yeah, the blood diamonds are coming from, named for the tribe that lives there.
That's another good movie, güey. Blood Diamond.
Blood diamonds.
And that's actually in Sierra Leone.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. I really, really like that movie. But I don't remember the intro to that movie.
And they say, Grams, how do you think they see from the front of the captain's cabin?
Yeah, pero donde levanta los de estos, güey, este güey está volteando para atrás, no está volteando para enfrente. Like, es
And
imposible.
he's not on top.
Yeah, es imposible, güey, que esté volteando para enfrente. O, bueno, si puede voltear para enfrente, va a ver la pinche puerta, güey. O va a ver algo adentro.
I'm starting to think that Nicolas Cage does this on purpose with his directors.
Like, just stupid
He doesn't
shit.
like moving.
Yeah.
He's one of those lazy actors. Don't quote me on that, guys. But
No,
that's
pero
what it's looking like.
Pero sí, sí me entiendes, güey. Like, so, the reason why I'm telling you es porque, mira, si ves que alguien está jugando afuera y luego volteas a la ventana, ¿qué quiere decir? Que alguien de la ventana está viendo a la gente jugar afuera.
Yeah.
So, si este güey levanta los binoculars y vemos al barco, quiere decir que por los binoculars está viendo el barco, está viendo a los güeyes venir. Entonces, esos güeyes tuvieron que haber visto que este güey estaba en chinga, güey, pintando el pinche barco verde y luego el blanco. Ahora, todos sabemos, güey. Todos
Era
sabemos.
azul, no verde, güey.
Oh, ya lo vi verde.
Y Grams dice que es binoculars.
Es binoculars que see through the walls. No mames.
Eran los
Ahora-
binoculars de Superman.
Ahora, todos sabemos, güey, que si pintas un color oscuro ujú, y le pones blanco arriba, se mezclan.
Sí.
Entonces, no puede estar blanco.
Es una película chino. Chingada madre este vato, güey. Es que le aventaron arenita, güey. Le aventaron arenita. Güey.
Sí, pero claro, sí. Te pasa. But, sí, güey, sí me cagó, sí me surré tantito ahí, güey. Güey, sí me enojé tantito. Así que nada mames.
They say you don't know all the paint in the world. It was top quality. Thick ass paint.
Thick ass paint. Maybe, güey. And it dried fucking fast. I'll do give it, though. Sí parecía como plastilina, güey. Porque donde el güey está pintando, haz de cuenta como que se estaba smearing nomás. Like dry paint. Like that's what it looked like. So a lo mejor te la puedo comprar, güey. Ahora.
Yeah.
Bueno, pero ya, ¿sabes qué? Ahí la dejamos, güey. Because I could nitpick that scene, güey.
I know. Though I will have to commend Vitali's intelligence in that scene
Oh, about the flag?
about the flag. Yeah, he was like, "But we have a French flag. What the hell are we gonna do with that? Turn it sideways."
¿Cómo la colgaron?
¿Eh?
¿Cómo la colgaron?
Oh, que la chingada, este vato otra vez. Le aventaron un alambre, güey. Vamos a chingar su madre. Para que no se cayera el otro pedacito.
But,
O si no, nada más la mocharon. It is cut it. Vámonos. Chingar su madre.
I'm not nitpicking that part. Not because it's Jared Leto, but that's too much. Pero sí, güey, no mames. El pintar, güey, sí se me hizo así como que... No
Ser
mames.
mamones.
Sí, güey. Like, nomás es eso, güey. Y no es tanto ni la pinche pintada, güey. Es que este güey levantó los binoculars, güey. Y vio a los vatos. Y los vatos no vieron al güey que estaba pintando.
Es como te digo, el barco venía de enfrente, güey. O sea, estos güeyes venían acá y ellos estaban pintando de este lado. Y los del Liverpool venían acá de este lado.
Entonces son los binoculares lo que me cagó.
Sí, son los binoculares. Sí, güey.
Mira que el skid pendejo. Bien enojado. Nah, but I think it has nothing to do with Nicolas Cage. I think it's more of a director's
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Opportunity
I
missed.
saw that scene and I thought the exact same thing.
that was a missed opportunity, güey.
Yeah.
They could have. Güey, no ocupan ni levantar los pinches binoculars, güey. Like, literally. Like, it could have been a shot around the boat, güey, and looking at the front to know qué tan distante estaba en el barco, güey.
Yeah.
It's ship paint. It isn't regular house paint, I guess. Pero sí me cagó los huevos tantito.
I'm a leve.
A ver, ¿dónde estaba, güey? Me perdí el verdad. ¿Dónde estaba? ¿Dónde estaba? ¿Dónde estaba? Oh, yeah. So this is the first incident with Jack Valentine. Otra cosa que también dijo es, I've never seen a federal agent open up with, ¿cómo se llama? Destruction
A
of
shipping container. A shipping container with radioactive
active trash or
yeah,
waste, radioactive waste.
Mhm.
So, este güey como quiera se baja, Ethan Hawke como quiera se baja, and like, does this ship look clean to you?
Definitely doesn't look clean.
So se baja, güey, abre un pinche container y son papas. Idaho potatoes.
Week long in shipping containers in tropical conditions. Ya te imaginarás cómo apestar esa madre, güey.
Güey, pero se miraban bien limpios, güey. No se miraban con hongos.
Chingados que no.
Sí.
Sí.
Ah.
El pedo es que tú estás ciego, güey.
A lo mejor. Me lo hubieras comido entonces, güey. Yo hubiera hecho un caldo de papas a la vez.
I mean, technically, you can still use them to make vodka. You can still use them because they're fermenting already, pero that's
Not all of them get fungus. ¿Ya ves, Lorenzo?
yeah, no, and then you can you can dry them out, and then you can just literally chop them up and plant them, and they'll make new potatoes.
Yo no soy farmer, güey. No te sabría decir.
Yo sé.
Nomás una vez, no una vez, varias veces comí raw potatoes. Like peeled.
Except se me echan a perder all the time.
A mí también, güey. Se me olvida que tengo papas, güey. Como no las tengo en el fridge.
Pélalas, córtalas y congélalas. Puta madre, este
Pinche güey. So Ethan Hawke is an Interpol agent who cannot be bought with money. Their first encounter is with Yuri in the ship Crystal, smuggling a shipment of weapons. When he learns that Valentine is after him, he changes the boat's name to Chicono, and his first interaction plays out smoothly in Yuri's favor. Ya, güey, se lo voy a seguir diciendo Yuri, güey. During a business deal with a Colombian drug lord, Yuri is paid in cocaine instead of cash. Now, who is this fucking Colombian drug dealer?
It doesn't.
Because it was in the 80s, so no era Pablo, for sure.
No era Pablo.
It could have just been for the story.
Yeah, it could have just been for the story because he just said drug lords. He didn't say where.
Yeah, he did call up para que le dieran
For them to switch.
for them to switch
One for to get the name of the Kono, so that way it matched
and the paperwork
in the paperwork, and then secondly,
para que le dijeran que el Chrysler o el Crystal o el Cristal estaba en otro lado.
yeah, to give them counterintelligence.
Yeah. Yeah, the US Connect. Like, that's another thing. ¿Qué tanto de la conexión que este güey tenía con el gobierno de Estados Unidos es real, güey?
No, y no nada más con los de Estados Unidos, güey. Porque acuérdate, también se pone con los de Russia.
No, por eso. Pero a lo que me refiero es qué tanto de esto... Porque ponle, los demás pues nos puede valer madre, güey. No es como que si vamos a ir a Rusia. Bueno, ya no pienso ir a Rusia. Pero si vivimos aquí en Estados Unidos, güey, ¿qué tanto de eso like, es de nuestro gobierno? Like, ¿qué tanto sí es verdad de nuestro gobierno, güey? Like, ¿qué tanto no le... ¿Hasta qué punto se cansaron de este güey para no tolerarlo y para meterlo a la cárcel? Like, algo tuvo que haber hecho este cabrón para poder que dijera Estados Unidos, güey, pues ya te pasaste. O sea, porque no era que vendiera. Algo tuvo que hacer este güey.
No, it's because he was doing it illegally. Like, because you're when you're that's why at the beginning, when they sell, when they're in that stockpile, that room of stockpiled AK-47s, and he's talking to some random dude, and he tells them,
We
"Oh,
saw by Kilo.
they're secondhand arms, but they're still good." And he cocks it, shoots.
Sí.
Um,
Vitali.
that yeah, Vitaly, when he does that, that scene, he after that scene, he tells Vitaly like, "This is chump change. This is
Pero
not."
le dio el dinero al del US, güey.
¿Eh?
This is chump change, ¿verdad?
Yeah, but
Pero
and he
este güey le paga primero al del US government. Este güey le entrega dinero al del US government, güey. Al del Army o no sé qué putas madres
yeah.
era. Pero primero le entrega dinero a él y por eso dice, this is chump change, porque he paid out like, la cuota para poder él seguir trabajando. Por eso te digo, ¿qué tanto de esto es de...
No. The U.S. Colonel was the one buying the.
no, güey.
Sí, güey, porque that's what Yuri tells us. He's like, sometimes even the brass has wants to fund their own independent wars, and hence why they go and they buy cheaper stuff because they had said even the U.S. The U.S. Army supplies or Army fund is or military fund is cheap. He says something around that around those lines, along those lines.
No, because I remember the guy that's first buying it has a fucking accent and it's not a US accent.
Well, not the first guy buying it.
Sí, al que le dice, we sell by the kilo for the AKs. Que los tienen una pesa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy is not US.
No. He's
Okay,
not. But
ese güey le
after that-
paga. Ese güey le paga. Y like the next scene es este güey entregándole dinero al del US.
I could have sworn it was the brass. I could have sworn it was the colonel paying him. I could have sworn.
No, es este güey pagándoles. Como para que lo deje. Porque ese mismo del US government es que al final de la movie lo saca.
Yeah.
And we never see him. He talks, but we never see him. Like, we never see his face. Mira, probably aquí no va a salir, güey. A ver, pero un tantito.
Van a ser los Arellano Félix.
No te mamas. Yuri is paid in cocaine instead of cash. This is with the Colombian drug lord. He argues, but eventually accepts the payment after being shot. Vitali and he both get high on cocaine, but Vitali becomes addicted and Yuri checks him into a rehabilitation center. From that point onward, he conducts his arms business alone. Shortly afterwards, he begins to court Eva Fontaine, which is the model, de la que está enamorada. Desde the beginning of the movie, we find out que este güey está empelotado de esa vieja. He books a fake photo shoot and he rents out an entire hotel so that they have the whole area to themselves. After impressing her, they marry and later have a child named Nikolai. ¿Qué güey? Estos son gummies. Anything particular? Like, so about the wedding, güey. Ese es otro pedo que tengo. En la wedding, este güey le dice, like, o ella le dice, like, I know you don't, like, I don't know what you do. Like, básicamente le da a entender, güey, yo sé que andas chueco.
Andas en malos pasos, pero de todos modos te acepto.
Yeah. So, es aquí donde se le mira en su cara, güey, que no es cierto.
Qué rico.
Es aquí mismo donde puedes notar, güey, que está echando mentiras. Porque no está bien. Like, she tries to play it off, I think, with, I wish part of my family would have been here, or some of my family would have been here. Pero en ninguna parte de la película nos dicen que ella quiere a su familia.
I don't think we ever see her family.
Exactly. So I don't think it was her wishing her family was there. It's her being like, fuck, what did I just do?
Hmm. Well, I don't know. I mean, you might be right. You might be right. But you might be looking too deep into it.
A tomar para frente, güey.
¿Dónde?
A tomar para frente, güey. Casi,
Ah.
casi no sales.
Espérate.
Ya nomás acomodar
Ahora sí
el
me veo más.
mic. Te me quedaste viendo, digo que, what?
Sí, dije, pues usted, güey, ¿qué pedo? Oye,
She
no te
can't
creas,
imagine what he
no
really
estoy
does
de
for work.
chaparro, No van a pensar que estoy chaparro.
No, él así, él
Es
así.
la silla.
She can't imagine what he really does for work. Yeah, probably. Pero, like, if she, es lo que te digo, güey. This is why I don't like her character. Like, if she has doubt, why be there?
Mhm.
You can leave her all down, güey. Ahí está. Ahí déjala mejor, Lorenzo. Yeah, porque si estás teniendo dudas, güey, ¿para qué chingados estás ahí?
¿Para qué te casas?
Yeah, pero
No,
la
pues es
conven...
que el pedo es de que le gusta el pedo, güey.
También.
Le gusta la vida.
So, on the day that Nikolai begins to walk, the Soviet Union dissolves. Yuri rushes to Ukraine after watching Gorbakov's, la verga, ¿cómo se dice? No lo duda, pero if you work for the FBI, you can't say he's a top secret agent. Pues no, pero tuviera pinche, ¿cómo se llama? Tuviera una badge, güey. O puede decir que trabaja para el US government. I think I think that would be something like, hey, I can't tell you what I do, just know that I work for the US government. Here's my badge.
And have a badge that checks out.
Yep. No es como que si se la va a checar, güey.
Borkachev's waiting. Christmas Day.
Yeah. 1981, Christmas Day 19 resignation speech on television. He contacts his uncle Dmitry, a general of the former Soviet army, and begins buying his tanks and AK-47s to expand his inventory. Explaining in detail how the AK-47 is the most reliable assault rifle in the world, Weiss comes back and attempts to deal with both Yuri and Dmitry, but is rejected by both. This is a fucking turning point in the movie for me.
When
Cuando este güey ya empieza a vender, like, in large amounts.
big amounts.
Yeah. Like, because it happened over knowing exactly what your demographic is, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Or what his buyers.
Catering to his buyers and sellers.
Yeah. So he knew, he understood exactly who was going to buy and why they were going to buy. And he fucking boomed that industry. Like, maybe even selling cheaper than others.
Mm-hmm.
Until he was able to outbid everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And then becoming, my ex uncle has a private company that worked for the government. We never knew that what he really did.
Águila, Grims, águila. No, ahorita te cae el FBI.
Damn. Y nunca, como tuvieron una hit, ex uncle. Nunca les dio una hit, güey, así como que. Miren lo que hago. A mí no me hace nada el gobierno.
Well, hold on. I don't want to be rude. Ex uncle because he got divorced or because he passed away? I don't want to be rude.
He didn't want no cables ran through his house.
Shit, smart man. Smart man.
He has a satellite phone.
Oh, I remember those motherfuckers. Big ass block things.
Divorced. Okay, sigue vivo.
Sí, ahora no quieres ser mamón, dije la madre.
Damn.
No, pues entonces tu tía sí le gustó también la buena vida también, entonces.
Um, so sí, para mí sí fue una big turning point, güey.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I think it was a big turning point for him too, cabrón.
No, yeah, pero yo viéndolo de acá afuera, güey, no shit for him, Lorenzo. Like, yeah, no
No.
shit for him, and for the movie too, güey. Pero me, on its own, güey, like, cuando le pudo hablar a su tío, güey, y su tío, like, él empezó a hacer el inventario y, like, qué tanto se iba a perder, güey. En qué tanto eso, qué tanto, like, ya pudimos entender lo que este güey iba a alcanzar a poder hacer, güey, si
Hmm.
lo dejaban trabajar.
Yeah.
Like, ¿sí me entiendes? Aparte, güey, no era culo,
Oh yeah.
porque este güey hacía bribe a todos.
Yeah, he's like, hey,
Like, no es
what
como
if
que si,
somebody comes looking like, pedo, we'll cut him in.
yeah, like, ¿sí me entiendes?
Damos un
Like,
pedacito
cuando
del
se ocupa,
pie.
no es como que si, no, güey, no le vayas a decir para no hacerlo, para no darle feria, sino es, se entera, güey, pues, like, le damos
Vamos.
feria.
Sí, huevo.
Like, ¿sí me entiendes? No era pendejo, güey, para hacer su negocio, porque sabía que entre más gente lo cubriera, güey, más iba a vender, más dinero iba a tener.
Very true, very
He
true.
really wasn't his uncle. Oh, okay. No, pero en la movie, güey. Oh, güey, en la movie no era su uncle.
Sí, güey.
En la movie sí era su uncle.
Sí, güey, it was his uncle.
Um,
He was a decorated. Uh,
yeah, because it says he contacts his uncle Dimitri.
mm-hmm.
I like how they spell Dimitri, though.
That's how you spell it, fool.
No, you spell Dimitri. Dimitri.
And how did they spell it?
DMI. Explain in detail how the AK-47 mobility. Weiss comes back and attempts to deal with both Yuri and Dimitri, but is rejected by both. Valentine attempts to stop Yuri again as he tries to ship off a Milmi 24. Fortunately, a young Soviet army mechanic is able to remove the weapons in a boss of a loophole. Oh wait. And because of what the fuck, where did I read boss? And because of a loophole in international law that does not classify either of them as weapons of war as long as they are shipped separately, Valentine is forced to let him go. Here is where the biggest thing that they did for Valentine was the line that I told you earlier. Like it gave him a lot more color than just being a little bitch too. Or like being so true to the law, I guess. I don't know how to
Oh,
explain it.
yeah, yeah. That's where the Interpol comes in. Where Ethan Hawke's character came in.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Pero like cuando este güey dice like even though he knows that I'm breaking the law, he won't break the law to catch me.
To catch him.
Like that's the best thing that they could have done for Ethan Hawke's character, güey. Like porque de ahí para allá, güey, it was just gonna be a running gag. Like, oh, no lo va a pescar, no lo va a pescar, no lo va a pescar hasta que lo pesque. Like, ¿sí me entiendes? Y aquí sabemos de que este güey sabe que anda mal,
Mm-hmm.
pero por el honor de él o por él saber que es honorable, like, no lo va a hacer.
You know who that character reminded me of? What's his name's character from Catch Me If You Can? Um,
Oh, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks's character from Catch Me If You Can. That's exactly who that character. That's who Ethan Hawke's character reminded me of.
Maybe because. Oh, sorry.
No.
Maybe because we see Tom Hanks more in Catch Me If You Can, we. But that is a more of. That's a better character than the Ethan Hawke character. But
I'm surprised we haven't had that one up here. It's a real good movie.
yeah. Pero creo que es eso, güey. Creo que el character de Tom Hanks aparece mucho más en la película que le pudieron dar color. Y Ethan Hawke is just like a running joke, güey. Like every time we saw him, even at the end of the movie, güey, every time we saw him is like, y no vas a poder. Like, Pero, I don't know. Nomás se me hizo. I don't know. I don't know if the movie needed him or not, güey.
No, it definitely did need him. Because if not, you won't see that other side where he's actually running from the law.
But it could have been different law enforcement agencies or from different governments.
Well, technically, that's what Interpol is.
Yeah, pero era el mismo character, güey. Like, ¿sí me entiendes? Porque al último de la movie lo que lo pesca es la pinche bullet que trae su hermano. Like, no lo pesca nada más, güey. Era nada más eso. Entonces, yo sé que Interpol es eso, güey. Pero it could have been different agents and it could have been an agency behind him instead of one agent. ¿Sí me entiendes? Porque,
Yeah,
por
I
eso te
get
digo, no sé si necesariamente tenía que ser Ethan ese character, güey. Pudieron usar cualquier otros characters and just the agency behind them was gonna catch him at the end.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because he could have been Interpol's always getting in my business, Interpol this, Interpol that. Porque es básicamente lo que dijo en la movie. Interpol's in my ass, on my ass. Like he never mentioned Mr. Valentine's on my ass or Mr. Valentine this.
Well, remember that Valentine is he's some form of detective, no? Like he's a detective for Interpol that's been chasing Yuri's character, but because he had so many aliases, that's the reason why he wasn't able to be pinging him exactly where it was. But that first interaction with the crystal, changing over to the Kono, I think that was the first time they see each other, and then that's why the second time where he's meeting him in Russia with Dmitry, with the airplane, the what was it, the
I don't know the name of it.
MCMI-6 or something like that. That Mil My 24.
Yeah.
That's why he tells him that. Pero Simo.
Pero, yeah, like, no sé, güey. Like, I guess, anyway, it's gonna bother me. That character's just not of my liking. Pero sí, esa line sí, güey, le dio mucho más a entender a ese character o mucho más jugo a ese character de lo que el character nos había dado.
Yeah, I
Um,
will agree with that.
let me see. Valentine is forced to let him go. Shortly afterwards, Weiss sets up a car bomb and Dimitri is assassinated. Yuri moves on to selling arms to the West Africa dictator of Liberia, Andre Baptist. What a fucking great actor this is. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think I've ever seen him in another movie. I don't think I've seen him in other movies. But I'll see, way. Like, the way he delivered his lines, way, the way, like, he talked, like, how he would carry himself, like, in the movie, way. Oh, my fucking goodness. What a fucking character, way.
I know I've seen him in different movies. Blood and Bone. Let's see, which one was another one. The OZ. Did you ever see that one?
Who?
OZ.
No.
The Oz or OZ. It was a penitentiary one. Unbreakable. He came out on that one with the one with ¿cómo se llama este güey?
Professor X?
Yeah, I think that's what it was, right? Professor X, and where he's got the split personalities with the going otro way. Where else? He came out in a few of them. But yeah, he plays a real Freaking
So,
good actor.
este dictator paga with blood diamonds. After digging through the garbage, Valentine learns that Yuri will be making a cargo run to Sierra Leone. Here we get a fucking little glimpse of the wife way, and like, hey, like, there's something going on, like, like, there's. I think she says that there's federal agents.
Going through their trash.
Yeah. Um, agarran chingo de shredded paper, se lo llevan como para estudiarlo, güey. They find out that he's gonna go do a cargo run to Sierra Leone. Valentine has fighter planes successfully intercept the plane in flight, but Yuri makes an emergency landing on the dirt road. Ahora, ¿qué tan puños tiene que ser el güey que está usando el ¿cómo se llama? El pinche avión del otro güey, los fighter jets.
Mm-hmm.
¿O qué tan mal organizado tiene que estar, güey? Que la razón por la cual no baja es porque no puede. Like, I think so, like, sir, we can't land here. Like, we have to go to the airport.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when they're actually flying the plane
Yeah.
over when they're going towards Sierra Leone.
Yeah, it's a no landing zone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, entiendo que it's a no landing zone, pero no mames, güey. Like, ya lo que te digo, güey. Si el otro güey no hubiera hecho the whole line reference of he won't even break the law to catch me, like, this scene wouldn't have made no sense.
Yeah. Well,
Because you're gonna be like, ¿cómo no, güey? Nomás diles que vengan, güey. Like, a los troops, a los que tengas contigo, porque no creo que nomás sean dos güeyes. Okay, vamos a empezar por ahí. Diles, hey, miren, like, meet me here. Tienen que tener un pinche GPS, güey. Like, it's the government. Government had GPS back then. Or coordinates. Para eso estudian, creo. He can't give orders, either they're helping him.
mm-hmm.
Pero pues les puedo haber dicho, like, güey, este güey está aquí, güey, lo vamos a pescar. Like, let's fucking do an audible.
No, pero por eso acuérdate que ya when he's got him in cuffs, llega el otro güey con el machete y le dice, pues aquí mero te lo tumbo. Pero le dice el vato, no, like, y le dice el vato, pues,
No one's gonna know.
who's gonna find out? Like, we're out here. No, we're gonna know.
Yeah.
Pero
te digo, all of those little things, we would have not made sense, or would have just made him look like, este güey, like, what is he waiting for? Al menos que Nicolas Cage, si Nicolas Cage no hubiera dicho esa line, güey.
mm-hmm.
Like, of how honorable he is, that he won't break the rules to catch me. Like, it would have just made him look differently than the way the movie made him or portrayed him to be because of that line. Like, yo sí le doy chingo de importancia a esa línea, güey.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, para mí sí, para mí esa line sí pintó todo el color de, o sí pintó todo el character de Ethan Hawke.
Mm-hmm.
It's who he was. Yeah. Like, but again, sin esa line, ese character would have looked a lot different.
Yeah.
A ver, ¿dónde estamos? Yuri makes an emergency landing in the dirt road and gives all the guns to the local villagers before Valentine can arrive and detain him. Ahora, güey, ¿qué tanto se tardó este güey en llegar? ¿A dónde estaba?
About 15-20 minutes was the closest airport, I think is what they had said. And then by the time that they would get there with the trucks, it was about like a 20 to 30 minutes. Like by the time they get to the airport, land,
switch.
Switch vehicles, come out.
Or
like
even
20,
at
30
that,
minutes.
I think it had to be more, güey, porque tiene que tener permiso porque lo están ayudando. Like, he's not calling the shots.
True, but I think they were already, like the people that were flying, the jets that shoot the plane, he was already in there. So he had already had help from said.
Pues sí, pero that's why I said, Like, si este güey hubiera hecho land ahí con este güey y les hubiera dicho, güey, cáiganle para acá, güey, ya lo tengo aquí, tengo toda la evidencia. Like, si no lo hizo ahí, güey, significa que he wasn't calling the shots. So,
Well, he probably wanted to make the arrest, though. He probably thought he had him for sure because he's now having to land the plane full of weapons, munitions, grenades, whatever. And that's why I'm guessing Valentine was like, aquí me la va a pelar. ¿Dónde chingados dónde va a encontrar un camión para poder montar tantas armas, tantas municiones, para poder sacarlos de volada? Y pues este güey más listo dijo, pues, it's the way of
pero
Africa.
he could have landed, güey. Valentine could have landed. Like, you got me? Valentine could have landed had everybody else come this way, güey.
Ah, I see what you're saying now.
Like,
Yeah.
you get me? Like, no tuvo por... If he was calling the shots, no tuvo por qué esperarse, güey, a ir al airport y regresar.
Yeah.
So that means that he wasn't calling the shots. So maybe he needed permission from the government to make a call because they had jurisdiction here. That's why they stopped him in this country.
True.
So it wasn't over jurisdiction.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's getting him with the with Interpol. Like, they have to catch him dirty in order for them to actually pin a crime on him. See, no, like they can't do shit.
There was civilians. They could have made an emergency landing. Like, I think... I don't know. No sé cómo funciona, güey, pero si ya lo tienes, güey, dudo mucho que se te vaya a ir, güey. Like, ¿sí me entiendes? Like, si lo quisieras pescar, lo vas a pescar, güey.
Yeah.
Like, ya estando ahí. My opinion. IMO.
Emergency landing on people. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I think the reason why they did that was because
Si no se hubiera acabado la película.
bueno, pues ya, aparte, ¿verdad? No, it was just a little bit ¿cómo te diría? They themselves had like Yuri's plane had an excuse for the emergency landing because they had just been shot down. Like they had just been shot at by the plane, so they could have just easily been like, "Oh, well, you know what? Like our pilot was injured, or you know what? You hit the fuel tank. You crashed one of our engines. We weren't going to make it to the airport." Whereas if the jet that Valentine was on wasn't gonna have an excuse, and I don't think it's a valid excuse for them just to park on a highway like that or land on a highway like that without an actual emergency being registered by the black box or whatnot.
Maybe, but it just seems like
There's just a whole bunch of red tape around
yeah, like I guess, like I don't know, like in my opinion, like catch 'em, güey, ¿qué te van a decir? ¿Te van a correr porque lo pescaste?
there. Yeah.
Like a lo mejor te meten 6 meses de fucking desk work, but you already caught him.
Yeah. No, yeah, and I know Grims. I know he had no excuse. Like I'm just saying he could have played it off, and like shot his actual tank. He could have actually shot the tank with the guns that he had on board to make it look like he wasn't gonna make it with enough jet fuel to the actual runway where it was supposed to be to the next airport that they were asking him to be. That's what I'm saying.
But for sakes of the movie,
Yeah.
we understand that the movie must go on.
True.
So I'm not gonna be even digging. Like that's not even a bad part about the movie. And it is what it is about the movie. I just thought that Ethan Hunt's character could have done a lot more.
Okay.
Again, and this is my dig against him. Like against his character, not against Ethan Hunt, but against Valentine. So llega Valentine, güey. Le dice a este güey, pues aquí te vas a quedar primo 24 horas. Because by law, he can't do that.
Yeah.
So, lo deja 24 horas. Vemos como desmadran el pinche avión, güey. O lo desarman, no lo desmadran, lo desarman. Oh, shut the 10 on. No. It's not that I don't understand, way. It's just I understand that he's a straight arrow. Like, it's not that I don't understand that he's a straight arrow. It's just if he would have wanted to, he would see. If he would have wanted to, he would have done it. Like, he would have caught him right there and then. Pero es lo único. De ahí para allá, like, yo entiendo, güey, que ese güey, por sus morales y por la forma en la que él trabaja, él va a hacer las cosas bien. Y por eso le doy mucha importancia. Más bien le doy mucha importancia por lo que dijo Nicolas Cage over, like, he won't break the rules to catch him. Like, that's why I said, without that line, lo que hace este güey de no pescarlo cuando lo puede pescar, breaking the law or maybe bending the law, like, makes sense. Pero sin esa line, it wouldn't have made sense. Like, it would have just been like a bad written character. Yuri makes his way back to Monrovia, where Baptiste invites him to kill the captured Wise, who simply states he came to Libya to sell weapons to Baptiste's enemies. What if he got there late? What do you mean? Yuri is reluctant, but does not tell Baptiste to stop pulling the trigger until he has done so and killed Wise. Never mind, proceed. Wise later appears in a drug-induced hallucination and tells Yuri once again to take sides. Valentine keeps Yuri under surveillance, and one day he reveals to his wife Ava that Yuri is a major weapons dealer. Oh, okay, ya cuando están en la casa. Um, so, oh, that's another part, güey. Like, you're looking. So, aquí está otra cosa, güey. Este güey, um, Valentine básicamente le dice a su esposa, like, las weapons que usaron para matar a tu papá son las mismas que este güey vende. ¿Para qué, güey?
He tries to play on her emotions.
No, sí, güey. Pero, ok, a lo que voy es, yo sé que todo se, like, no está haciendo nada malo ni nada de eso, pero tú, cabrón, tenías todo para pescarlo, güey. ¿Y para qué tienes que hacer sentir mal a alguien más? Like, don't tu honor en eso. Like, don't tu honor en, ok, si el pedo es, sí, güey, tienes que involucrar a la familia, que no sé qué, que no sé cuánto, pero ¿para qué hacerla sentir mal, güey? Like, ¿sí me entiendes?
Well, it's because technically he's not breaking any laws.
No, I get it. Pero ¿qué tan honorable es? Fuck feelings, the law's the law. No, yeah, pero yo como persona, como este güey dice que es honorable, like, ¿dónde está eso, güey? Como yo no lo veía mal que estuviera en el trash can, güey, haciendo su jale, que esto y que lo otro. Pero involucrando a los papás de alguien más, güey. That's not so honorable.
Los sentimientos.
Yeah. Like, you don't have to stoop so low. If you would have done, like, if you would have actually had the boss to do whatever you had to do, like, by landing the plane there.
Well, it's because technically he still didn't have anything on
Yuri?
on Yuri. He didn't have anything. So what he thought it was to switch up his strategy, invoke feelings in his wife and Yuri's wife Ava, to make her feel some form of way
Of guilt?
yeah, feel some form of guilt, and then that way that's where she starts following him. And Yuri he's smart when when they're actually tracking him, but he's not paying attention
So as well.
on what his wife is doing. Well,
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
But, no sé, güey. Like, nomás así se me hizo, like, fucking a low blow, güey.
Oh yeah, it was a low blow. Because that's what he tells him once he has him in the actual um, the interrogation room. You know, I don't. I
That's a
don't
very nice interrogation room.
Yeah, it was. It really did look nice. I've been in interrogation rooms, and none of them look that nice.
Twisted Phoenix, what's up?
What it do? What it do? Twisted. But yeah, um, it did look like a very nice interrogation room.
Yep.
But fun fact, guys, if you guys ever go into an interrogation room, make sure if they offer you water, don't drink water, because you're giving them free DNA and you're giving them your fingerprints. Be smart. Don't be dumb.
Good to know, Lorenzo. Good to know.
Don't ask me where I know this.
Pero sí, güey, no me gustó, güey. Like, that's another knock on his character. Like, we didn't have to go there.
No,
Like, we didn't really have to go there.
it's true.
But I guess. Um, I guess it works for her, though, because she was already having doubts. And now she's getting more doubts on her head
Mm-hmm.
with everything. So Ava pleads to Yuri to stop. Oh wait, my bad. Valentine keeps Yuri under surveillance, and one day he reveals to his wife Ava that Yuri is a major weapons dealer. Ava pleads with Yuri to stop, and he does, instead choosing to exploit the resources of the third world nations. However, he dislikes the business, complaining that the profit margins are low and there is too much competition compared to illegal arms. Yuri re-enters the arms market when Baptiste approaches him. He is reluctant, but goes when Baptiste tells him that he will pay more than the usual rate. This time around, Yuri decides to bring Vitaly along because he is nervous about the current climate of Liberia. Right? Liberia? I felt like if I said Liberia. However, they later learn that the sale is actually taking place in Sierra Leone. During the transaction, however, Vitaly witnesses a group of villagers beating a mother and her children to death and tells Yuri the entire village will be massacred if the deal comes through.
Beating a mother is very nice because technically they were chopping her into pieces with machetes.
And here is why I really understood Vitaly's Vitaly, yeah, character, güey. Like, porque él entendió que no iba a ver que su hermano no tenía que ser la mierda de persona que él era.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I think that spoke a lot to his character. Like from the beginning of the movie to that part. Like he understood once he accepted to go with his brother, he understood that he was never gonna be the person that he wants to be. Like he was never gonna be that husband, that boyfriend. Like he was always gonna find a way to ruin shit.
Well, remember what that scene at the beginning when Yuri sells his first Uzi and he comes back into the restaurant and Vitaly is cooking the stew or porridge. I don't know what the hell he was cooking, but he's got that sign on the wall that says "Beware the dog." And he tells him, "Well, what are you trying to do? You're trying to scare away people?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "It's a reminder to me, because it's a reminder to me to not let the dog out, because all I want to do is fuck anything that walks. I want to kill and take advantage of anybody that's less powerful than I am." So in his head, he already knows he's already battling with demons. And then once he started doing the ¿cómo se dice? Once he started snorting the cocaine.
Votar a los otros güeyes. Como al hijo del.
Oh, al hijo de John Baptiste.
Yeah.
No, he wanted to hit him where it hurts.
Yeah.
Pero chingado, está muy pendejo ese güey. Está muy pendejo ese güey.
Pero sí, güey, sí.
And he actually lucked out. He lucked out because all those fucking munitions, they could have just fucking just shot everywhere. And not deja tu that it would actually activate the the pin in the actual bullet for it to actually fire. You're throwing a grenade in there. It's gonna come out even if it doesn't pop the actual bullet to make it fly. It will make it It will make it a projectile because of the explosion of the grenade, and it'll make it send out like fragments, like shards.
Would you guys go through with the deal? Like after my brother
Fuck
died?
yes,
After my brother died or before?
I'd do it. I don't like whether my brother died or not. I mean, I know it sounds like an asshole move to say, but if you don't do the deal, you're gonna go home in a fucking box, or you might not even go home. You know,
Well, that's because the thing is,
because it's not something that you're gonna be able to. Well, what did he put? Because it's not giving me the.
during would you guys go through with the deal during knowing that they were going to be used for or what they were going to be used for?
Yes, yes, of course I would. I would. I would, and without thinking about it, because that's part of the business. That is part of the business. I mean, that's the number one thing in business. You do not have feelings in business. You do not take anything personally when it comes to business. If you are, because think about it this way. Think about it this way. You can be a pharmacist. You can be a pharmacist at working legally, working as a legal pharmacist, supplying patients with medications that doctors are prescribing. But it is not. It's not entirely up to you. If let's say that patient is not all there in their mind, and no hell, Graham's. I know. Well, you might not know me, but I mean, it's brother. It's war. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think if I like it's like if I'd be a soldier, and my brother became a terrorist, and I would get the order, I will fucking fire at my blood. I will. I'm sorry, but that's it's your brother would understand the consequences of what his actions are, the consequences of his actions, and if he's not aware of that, then I mean, I'm sorry, but tough luck. You know what I mean? Um, I don't think I could just justify it like that.
But it would also be it would also be like the type of person that's there. Like I don't think me myself I would never put myself in that
In that
position.
position, yeah,
Yeah, because like
you'd want to stay away from that.
well, yeah, like personally, like si
Yeah.
me entiendes como cada quien tiene like, si okay, si sabes de lo que se trata, sabes a lo que te tienes. O bueno o malo. Okay?
Yeah.
Like about the drugs, whatever, like that's different. Porque pues tú estás haciendo tu jale.
No, but see, look,
Pero
you don't know. He doesn't know.
no, ok, aquí está la diferencia, güey. Este güey sí sabe para qué se están usando.
Well, yeah, but
Ok,
that's
pero es a lo que voy. Este güey sí sabe lo que se está usando, este güey sí sabe en lo que se está metiendo, este güey sí entiende su negocio. Entonces, este güey sabe, de este güey siempre lo vimos que a él le valía madre a quién se estaba disparando, güey. Until he started having that hallucination dream. Que salieron las niñas, hey, will my arm ever grow back? Like, ahí empezó a reaccionar, pero ese güey le valió madre.
well. The only reason he went into that drug induced vision was because he had just lost Vitali.
Yeah.
Because that was his way of coping with Vitali's death. So you know, you completed the cell. You know, John Baptiste Just gave him the cash. You know, he's about to call it a freaking day, but he's like, you know what? Fuck it. He starts drinking. He starts snorting. He starts trying to fuck away the pain, even knowing that, you know, the previous time that he had been there, when Baptiste had intentionally sent him there, a Naomi and a
Sí, las two girls.
las two girls, yeah, like um knowing that they had AIDS, like este güey le valió madre. Like it's just his way of coping, and that in turn is what like sort of made him change when he gets back.
Yeah, pero okay. So going back to the whole point, like he had to go with it. Like that's his character. Like his character was he was gonna like vio a otros like cuando la primera vez que fueron, güey, que empezaron a disparar y que este güey les dice like, hey, like if we don't, it's not a war. And he's like, oh, if you don't stop it, like they're just gonna kill everybody. Like es la first time que se les cae el dinero. Like este güey le dice, it's not a war, it's not a war. Este güey ya sabe, ya entiende.
Yeah.
So este güey no es que no le importe a su hermano, es que este güey ese es su trabajo.
He's got a conscience. Like Vitaly had a conscience, and he couldn't let go of that conscience. Like whereas Yuri can put it in the like he can flip a switch. He can flip a switch. Says, you know what? I am doing these transactions, but because of these transactions, I'm able to put food on the table for my family. I'm able to keep a roof over my head and keep a very luxurious lifestyle.
I don't think it was that way.
Well, yeah, I know. I don't think it was that at all either.
Like I think it was just his greediness.
Greed, yeah. His was greed because
Like I
he
think
kept trying to chase bigger deals.
yeah,
bigger
I think he became addicted. So I think he became addicted to what he was doing that he didn't care anymore.
Yeah, he says it because he says it the first time he drops off Vitaly to his mother and his dad's house, where he says, "I don't understand the difference between a habitual drug user to a social drug user," and then he says there right after that he says, "But I don't fully dismiss myself from the grips of addiction." He says, "My addiction is like
Drug dealing. I mean arms dealing. Arms dealing.
yeah." And that's, I mean, some people crave different drugs.
Yeah, pero like, yo sí creo, güey, que yo jamás me pusiera en una situación así.
Yeah, and most everybody would. Most everybody would. I believe I would do the same. I think I would not put myself in that situation unless my back's against the wall and I've got no other way out.
But it has a lot. Bueno, aquí es donde yo difiero de la película, güey. Este güey empezó a una edad muy grande. That was a cheap ass deal. He's not even serving a war. It's to slaughter innocent people. Pero ese es su trabajo de él, güey. El trabajo de él es vender armas sin ver para qué las usan. Like, por eso te digo, este güey, he was greedy. And you cannot make greedy people understand that what they're doing is wrong. That's for a damn fact. Like, greedy people nomás ve lo que les conviene a ellos ver. Like, y nada más hablando de greedy people. Like, we're not messing with anybody else. But greedy people, like, es lo que es, güey. Ven cómo les sirve a ellos y si les sirve a ellos, lo van a hacer.
Yeah.
Like, con lo que tenga que ver que sea para mejorar lo de ellos. If they're that greedy. So, este güey no ve. Este güey se nubla esa parte. Porque también vemos que este güey tira una pistola que es de su niño.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I don't think I would consider myself greedy. I try to be humble. I try. Sometimes I know I can be very vain, but I try to be as humble as possible because I've been at the very top and just recently I've been to the very bottom, you know, And I know that uh, life is like a swing. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, and it doesn't matter. Like life is on the pendulum, and you just keep swinging back and forth. And if you stay stagnant, if you stay in just one position, I feel like you're not living. I feel like you're not living because I feel like um, the reason why most people end up. I mean, look at a lot of uh, rich people, multimillionaires. Uh, look at multimillionaires. They have so much money and they choose to go out and do drugs, get fucked up, get get drunk, fuck their pain away because they're not happy with it. I don't believe money brings happiness to you. I believe money supplies a way of giving you the means for you to enjoy things that make you happy. But money itself, I don't believe um, does make you happy, and that's why I wouldn't consider myself greedy.
The morals for Yuri had no morals.
Yeah, Yuri had
Like
yeah,
whenever it came to business,
yeah. When it came to business, no, because he's an
like
RJ.
este güey le estaba robando a los gobiernos.
That's like saying Pablo Escobar will have morals. Like no, like you're in a certain type of business, and that's why when I see it, I don't. When I see even war, even big wigs in Washington, all of them, people that make those decisions where, oh well, we have to take this guy out. The ones that are put to, oh well, you know what, it's better to kill one guy because killing that one guy is gonna save thousands of lives. Like yes, but you're still pulling the trigger. You're still calling the shot. You're still giving the okay to kill somebody, and that's where I feel like it's like it's like you're being a hypocrite. Like yes, you're doing it for the benefit of the greater good, but nonetheless, you're still doing like um. I guess that's the only reason I don't like Batman because Batman is the only one that doesn't fall under um uh that circumstance because Batman won't kill.
Yeah.
Batman won't kill, and that I guess that's what pisses me off because in my mind he's like Yuri. He's like he doesn't understand that yes, it is evil, but it is a necessary evil. It is a necessary evil because we as humans we don't have control. Like we multiply, but if we multiply it and if we keep multiplying the way we do, um, without killing each other off, imagine how overpopulated we'd
Pero,
become in
pues sí, güey, pero eso ya tiene mucho más
1,000
que ver con
years.
cultura, güey, y saber, sabes que yo no le estoy haciendo nada bien a este planeta, güey, teniendo 6 hijos.
Oh well, yeah.
Like, eso ya va más con educación, güey, y por cultura que por nada más.
Yeah.
That's why the Rona was invented. No, pero,
I don't doubt it.
pero sí, güey, like, a mí sí se me hace, güey, que era mucho más moral Vitali que Yuri.
Oh yeah, hands down, hands down.
Y sí, el negocio y el dinero tiene que ser amoral. Like, es así.
Yeah, you can.
Sí, porque la moral es dependiendo de cada persona. Entonces, si una persona tiene moral y otra persona tiene menos moral que esa persona, pues va a valer madre.
No,
Pero en los ojos de cada quien va a ser la misma moral, güey.
yeah, and it's because look, even Yuri, when he was making that transaction with the Colombian drug lord, he says, "What the fuck am I gonna do with this? What the fuck am I gonna do with 6 kilos of fucking cocaine?"
Yeah.
He's like, "No." He's like, I can't give this money to so and so person," and I just saw it, and he's like, "Well, you should be thanking me." Blah blah blah. You don't know what
What they're worth.
yeah, what it's worth, what the street value is worth. Um, and he tells him, he's like, I have morals, like I have standards, and it's like, do you really?
Yeah.
Like it's damn near the exact same freaking. It's the
What?
exact same business.
Pero ahí te va, güey. Creo que ahí. So we talk about the evolution of his greediness. Cause right there, it's barely his fucking first big deal, way.
You don't know my life, Grims.
Pero it speaks to how much greedier he became over time.
Yeah.
Because if you start off from him paying off, you just said it. Uh, it went from him paying off way and him being not at the level as other great arms dealers
Yeah.
to him being the best one out there or the one with more business. And I just think it spoke to his greediness.
Yeah.
Like he had very little greed at the beginning way compared to the end. Like, and I don't think anything. They could have shot him, and he would have still gone through with the deal. They could have chopped off his legs, and he would have still gone through the deal
True.
because of his greediness. I'll put it to you this way: if they would have made a part two of this movie, I probably think they would have killed his parents, and he wouldn't have cared por lo que le dijo la mamá al último. Like, God Grims, you're so hot when you're discussing topics. um, so we find out that Vitali responds by okay. So time out. Joe comes through. He pleads with Yuri to stop the transaction, but Yuri says it's not their conflict. Vitali responds by taking a grenade and blowing up.
I have my nip clamps on right now.
It will be massacred if the deal comes through. He pleads with Yuri to stop the transaction, but Yuri says it's not their conflict. Vitali responds by taking a grenade and blowing up the truck and with half of the guns. A guard watching the transaction shoots Vitali to death. Yuri still accepts the deal, and all the villagers are then slaughtered. Yuri ships his brother's body back to the United States with him. He pays someone to remove the lead
The
from
lead.
Vitali's body, but one bullet remains and he is stopped by customs. Meanwhile, while being followed by Jack Valentine, Ava finds Yuri's security container, which is definitive proof of Yuri's arms dealing. Ava takes their son and leads him when Yuri calls his parents and says, parents, his mother says, both my sons are dead. That right there leads me to believe what I told you earlier. Like, I think if there would have been a part two to this movie y secuestraban a la mamá, le iba a valer 3 hectáreas de pura verga que la mataron.
Mm-hmm.
Valentine detains Yuri and tells him that he has a long jail sentence ahead of him. However, Yuri reveals to Valentine that the very reason that Yuri should be incarcerated for are also the same reasons that he'll walk free. I think she lost it when she saw her painting. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Because that's the only painting she ever sold.
that we know of, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. However, Yuri should his existence is a necessary evil, as the people he supplies are often the enemies of your enemies of the United States. He goes on saying that sometimes the U.S. government needs a freelancer like himself to supply those that they'd rather not be seen supplying. Yuri then predicts that a high-ranking officer will come, congratulate Valentine, and then order him to free Yuri because of his necessity. Surely enough, a high-ranking officer does indeed come, and Yuri is released, a free man again. He returns selling arms. Again, we see that man now pay him to be released.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he returns to selling arms. The movie ends by proclaiming on the screen that it is based on actual events, and that while private arms dealing around the world flourishes, the U.S., the U.K., France, Russia, and China are the world's leading arms suppliers. Yeah, he called him and he said that he couldn't. That he was busy. Okay, so you remember that I told you que este güey le dio un dinero a un officer
Oh
del
yeah, yeah,
government.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So ese güey le estaba dando la cuota o la mitad que le tocaba por dejar que este güey vendiera las armas de Estados Unidos.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
Ese mismo güey es el que Yuri le habla en el plane y dice, hey, I need your help, the protocol's on my ass. He's like, I can't help you right now, I'm busy.
Mm-hmm.
Y le cuelga. Y es el mismo que al último de la movie lo saca de
Lo
la
saca.
cárcel y aparte le da dinero.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was telling you that I was confused when you had said that that he had that Yuri had given
He did.
old dude cash, and that's why when at the end he says, excuse me, he says most people would be happy with just getting out of jail. I expect to get paid. That's that part where I was like,
Yeah, porque at the beginning of the movie, este güey hace break into the business con la ayuda de ese güey. Like when he starts selling the AKs del US, el que le da la entrada para venderlas es ese güey. That's why he has that. So de ahí se mochó. Por eso se mochó con ese güey y le daba como la mitad o whatever. Por eso se enojó. Like, this is chump change and shit. Los más when he was telling him what he was going to happen and Valentine just sits there listening.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree. That's the way a boss moves. A boss knows exactly what the fuck's gonna go, like what's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen.
Yes, sir. Um, final thoughts? Well, not final. Well, see, final thoughts of the movie, güey. Like what you like, what you dislike. What you like, what you dislike, guys. What did you guys like about the movie? What did you dislike about the movie? Or what was the least that you liked about the movie?
So I like the way this movie actually captures each and everyone's point of view. What I mean by that is that's funny, Twisted. She says I like the title. Este, I like the fact that Yuri was able to play the part of starting off the business, because you see him start off. He's nervous. But he's still level-headed. Like with that first cell with the Uzi, he's like, "You can shoot me right now," and the people next door wouldn't even hear you. Dude cocks the Uzi, aims at his chest, smiles, gives him the cash, walks out. Lo ves que se caga un poquito, así como de que, oh, hijo de su puta madre.
Oh, well, he told them, like, but you wouldn't want to.
It wouldn't be good for your repeat business.
Right.
Si ves que se caga el güey, even when he gets shot by the Colombian, he was still cool. And then even with John Baptiste, when he's shooting Wise, Ian Wise, or whatever his name was, the other gun runner.
Wise.
Like, yeah, like he's still on top of it. And I like the fact where the character of Vitali being, according to him, calm down the dog inside, this and that, but at the end he notices that he's not that big of a dog that he thought he was. And all of a sudden he does have feelings, he does have morals and standards, and it's like,
You see, I don't think it was that way. I think him understanding that he doesn't want to see his brother like he sees himself. Like, I think that's what led him to, like, ask him not to go through with the whole thing. I don't think it was much about the people being massacred, but I thought it was more about the conscience of his brother and how he was gonna see his brother. Because remember, like, este güey dice que este güey es lo peor de la familia. Like, somebody has to be doing it. Even whenever they're drinking in the apartment. Like, that's what, like, oh, I'm the...
The bad shape of the family.
Yeah. Like, well, somebody has to be doing it. You know? So I think it was that more instead of, like, my morals or, like, Vitali's morals. It was more of... Who's... Oh. I think it was more of that way. I thought it was more of, brother, like, I'm not gonna let you be the person that I am. Like, este güey pensaba mucho peor de él, güey, de lo que su hermano lo veía. Like, I think that's what it was. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. And then too, I like the fact of Ava's character, where at first she's willing to be with this big shot dude that is making money, and at the same time she's like, I don't care, about what you do. But at the end we find out, no que no culerita, no que no te molestaba. And then, I like the way this movie ends up bringing out the true person in every different type of character. Even in Yuri también at the end, like he tells well, you don't understand the seriousness that you're into. Well, my parents just disowned me. My wife and my kid just left me. My brother just died. I think I'm pretty aware of the seriousness of my situation.
Lisa Graham's Cage knew even if they didn't go through with the deal, they're both dead and they'll have the guns. Still, his bro was like, fuck this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, the only thing I disliked was Ethan Hawke's character, like, honestly. Like, and it was just, I'm nitpicking, honestly, because this movie doesn't have a lot of bad things.
Yeah.
The fucking binoculars.
Yeah. Those are like little mess ups in the movie.
Because he never lied to her about not selling guns, but after she saw her painting, she knew he was able to lie to her.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was whole. ¿Cómo se dice, güey? Se decepcionó, güey. Eva se decepcionó de.
How?
Por la painting.
Because of the painting?
Yeah.
Because when she said she sold her first painting, he was like, by who?
Yeah.
She's el pendejo.
Yeah.
But see, I see that as a good thing, as a partner from him.
Yeah, pero no lo vas
to
a
give
dejar,
her
güey.
motivation.
Sí, güey, pero...
But that was in an undisclosed location that she was never supposed to find out.
No, I know.
Hence why she wasn't supposed to find out all the fake passports, all those
Pero,
fake
because,
luggages.
pero es lo mismo, because she found out, güey, la decepcionó. La decepcionó saber que ella no podía hacer nada, güey, sin que él apoyara.
Yeah.
O no que no la apoyara, pero sin que él le ayudara, güey.
Well, I mean, she did want a provider. I mean, that's what she says. She's like, I love you because you're a great provider.
Pues sí, güey, pero como quiera es, cabrón, yo vendí esto y luego al último me doy cuenta que solamente lo vendí porque tú lo compraste. Like, aparte, like, te das cuenta como yo estaba muy contenta.
But what makes a difference? Like, ¿sí me entiendes? Like, what makes a difference between...
It's still his money, güey.
Well, yeah, but now it's hers.
No, because now she has, like, ahora sí, ella está involucrada, güey, con el dinero de él. Like, antes era, él es mi esposo, él provee por la familia. ¿Sí me entiendes? El negocio que él haga. Ahora, ya estoy viendo, porque this is the way it happened, ya estoy viendo todo lo que él hace y aparte me compró a mí con el dinero que él usa usando esto. Por eso cuando le dice, pues she's like, I can't wear the clothes, I can't wear the chains.
Because it's all got blood on it.
Yeah. So now her painting, güey, lo más preciado para ella, like, de lo que ella hace o lo que tú quieras, también tiene sangre.
I get it. Okay, I hadn't seen it that way. I was still seeing it as like, well, fuck. If my wife has a hair salon and and she does hair, like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get my hair cut, and I'm not gonna go and get it cut for free. I'm gonna go and pay her for it.
No, 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 yeah,
You know
no,
what I
eso,
mean?
sí,
Like
sí, sí, sí.
that's the way I was
Pero
thinking about it.
ahora la manera que yo viendo es mi arte tiene la sangre de todo lo que él hace.
Yeah. 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 And I hadn't seen it in that point of view.
Um, Other than that, Ava's character también se me hizo flojita.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Leto's character, like, to me, was my favorite, even though he didn't come out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, el Dictator también me gustó chingos, güey. El son de él me fastidió más de lo que me gustó. Um, Nicolas Cage was good. It wasn't. It wasn't a bad movie. Um, I'm trying to think. Wait. I really like the interaction. Did you ever get Rambo's gun?
Yeah, he did. He did get Rambo's gun when Vitali and Yuri
Go back, right?
and they're going towards that last deal at Sierra Leone where Vitali gets shot. That's where he starts. He grabs Rambo's gun and he's shooting it out the window of the ¿cómo se llama? The transport truck or whatever.
Pero I enjoyed this movie more now than what I did back then because now I understand like the gravity of it. It's still impactful. That opening scene, way she cala, was she cala, way. De que no me gustó, güey. ¿Qué más no me gustó, güey? No, I think that's it, güey. The dialogues were good. At his house. Sí, güey, allá in New York, right?
But that was before.
Yeah, but that was before.
That was before the trade to Sierra Leone.
Pero ahí para allá, güey, nada más. Lo único sí es Valentine, Ava, and the son, güey. Like, you look at my Ethan Hawke, not Ethan Hawke, but his character. Maybe if he had more screen time, where maybe if he saw more of him, maybe that would have helped.
Yeah.
Ava, I don't think she was written strong.
La
painting del boat y los binoculars, güey. Y el son, güey.
I mean, he did the exact same thing on the jet when he was trying.
Pero en el jet se borró, güey.
Well, because the jet was taking off. Remember, he had put dead slow.
No, pero a lo que me refiero es like, sí, pero se borró, güey. No, y ese no es el pedo. Ahí no lo estaban persiguiendo el gobierno, güey. Like, me vale verga lo del plane, güey. Like, aquí lo del board es, este güey levanta la de esta, lo está viendo el pinche, el pinche, ¿cómo se llama, güey? Interpol. Y está pintando el vato. Y así como que no mames, no lo estás viendo, güey. ¿Qué está pintando? No, like...
Che movie chapas, bro.
Boat. No mames, che movie chapa. No, güey. No, like, I really like the movie. It gets a solid 9, güey, for me.
Solid 9?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to give it a 9, too. And I would have given this a 10, but I don't think it's a full 10. Like, I think...
No shit, Lorenzo. You just give it a 9.
Yeah, no. I just feel it could have used a little more. But, oh, you're so corny. That's the... but yeah, no, it was a great movie.
It was a good movie, man. I really enjoyed it. I think, if I'm not wrong, way this might be my Nicolas Cage. My Nicolas Cage.
Your favorite?
My favorite movie by Nicolas Cage. It sure is more than Face Off. That's for fucking sure. Ya están borrachos.
Like, ¿cuál?
What is your guys' rating for the movie? If you
You
guys
only had
saw
three
it.
beers. Espérate, hold on. Ni
Pero
cosquillas.
sí me gustó chingo, güey, la película. I will watch it again, unlike Sweeney Todd. Like, si la veo puesta, güey, si me siento a verla. Um, I just like the story of the movie, güey. I like the dialogue. I like the story. I like it's well written. 100 plus plus. Um, de ahí para allá. No, neta, no tengo nada malo que decir de la película, güey. Más
Yeah.
que los three
Mm.
characters que no me gustaron mucho. Like, la pintada del barco y los binoculars, güey. Los binoculares. Silent Night también Grims. We all agree.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. This is the first time um, everybody, ¿cómo se dice? Agreed on the nine.
Yeah. It's a really good movie.
Yeah, it is. I'm not gonna lie.
I would want it to be longer. ¿Seguimos hablando de la película? Sí, güey, es que you puso Twisted Show It To Me Then, Grims. And I would want it to be longer. So, are we still talking about the movie,
We
guys?
still talking about the movie. Nada más 9, hombre. Nada más 9 pulgadas ese vato.
Um, I blame God. Guys, we are coming back next week.
It's up to you.
Yeah, we'll be here next week then. It's the 26th, guys. It'll be Prisoners. I believe Grims had said that.
Prisoners. So,
I think the movie is on Netflix.
Prisoners. Oh, you know what? I was actually gonna watch this one. It is on Netflix. That is fucking crazy. I was actually gonna watch this on Netflix like 2-3 days ago. Like it just came up on my For You on Netflix, and I was like, I might be able to watch this. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong. That one's about like
I'm not gonna correct you if you're wrong because I don't know. But Grimzo.
it's about his daughter getting abducted or something like that, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was about people in jail.
No, well, it's because of, like, the little trailer that I saw on Netflix. You see uh, uh, Hugh Jackman running around the neighborhood saying, "Hey, have you seen my daughter?" Blah blah blah. Um, that's Grims. You said that one's Prisoners is the one where he gets his daughter abducted. No, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but I did see it. I did see that little piece, and I was thinking about watching it. Yeah, I don't think I've actually seen it, but I saw that little trailer, and I was actually uh, and it's Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal that come out on that one. So that one might seems promising for Netflix to recommend it to me. It's been very rare that Netflix will recommend something that's not so my liking.
But we'll see how it is. Well, that's not bad. Jake Gyllenhaal, Hugh Jackman, Paul Dano, or Dano, Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that is gonna be for next week, guys. We got Prisoners next week, and then the week after that is Pan's Labyrinth. I haven't seen none of these fucking movies. The next three I have not seen.
Pan's Labyrinth is one of my favorites. The Mist. The Mist I've seen. I'm telling you, brother, we've got nothing but good movies this season. No offense to first season. I think the
You know
only
what?
one.
Fuck you. La pinche first season eran mis top movies, güey, que me gustaban, man.
No, and that, I'm not gonna lie, like um most of these would have been some that I would have picked like for a fact, like
You
Pan's
know,
Labyrinth, Queen of the Dam, The Crow, V for Vendetta, Interview with the Vampire, Goodfellas. Those would have probably been on mine, like on my actual favorite ones. Um, so yeah, Prisoners was good. I had recommended it because I wanted quick to see
that
that
actor again,
actor
the
again.
Batman Riddler. The Riddler from the new Batman movie. Oh, Paul Dano.
Oh, Dano. Mm-hmm.
The guy from The Girl Next Door.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me, guys.
But guys, this is gonna be it for today. And I do want to thank you guys for watching. I do want to thank you guys for sticking around. Muchas gracias por vernos, muchas gracias por estar aquí, muchas gracias por sintonizarnos, muchas gracias por pasársela con nosotros este lunes por la noche. Ya saben, guys, si les gustó, qué bueno.
Thank
Si
you very
no,
much, guys.
ahora nos vemos, raza. Pórtense bien. Hasta la próxima.